What up, Birdie Nation?
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Blue Collar Birdies. Where we prove you don't need a trust fund to trust your swing. Today we're going to be talking about everything golf balls. Because whether you're teeing up on a budget or searching for the holy grail of soft landings, we've got you covered. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, you'll know which balls are keepers and which ones you're better off using them to hit over the water with. My name's Field, and alongside me, as always, is my co-host and bro, Coty. C Murder Shanks a lot. So take it away, Cody, and tell us what we got coming up in this one.
Yeah, so we're gonna go over some golf balls, kind of what we're gaming right now, and what we're like. And I think towards the end of the episode, I think we're gonna do like a end of year recap, just kind of the pod, our golf, just everything, what we like, what we didn't like. So that's just what we're gonna do. Try to bring a good one for you tonight.
Yeah, man, I like it. I like it. I know it's been quick. I think now we're a little over a month that we've been doing these podcasts, and it's been a lot of fun. So, just we're going to, like you said, go over these golf ball reviews. Kind of most of them will be ones that we've personally played with. We can also speak on some that we've found in the woods and hit. Um, but most of them will be ones that we've actually hit ourselves. And then, like you said, yeah, we'll hit it off at the end there. Go over kind of how we feel about how the last year went with golf. You always feel like you don't get to play as much as what you want. That's always one thing you hope for the next coming up season. And then we'll close it out and share with you guys what we got in store for 2025 and what's coming up on our next episode. So, guys, before we get into this, though, please, 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 if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share it out to all your friends, family members, anybody that you know that's interested in the game of golf, or just likes to hear us be goofy on here. We very much appreciate it. It helps get the word out. It helps spread us out to all that you have near and dear to you as well. Um, so yeah, we'll get right into it, Cody. Here, what I know you said you was going to go ahead and bring a couple of golf balls with you. What you got in hand right now?
What I see, what I got. I'll go with a more premium ball. I have played before. This
Hmm.
will be the Strixon Z Star, the XVs. It it is a three-piece ball.
Okay.
It's a soft feel ball. You know, it's uh it's speed dimpling and all that, and they're good. They're nice. I've used the crazy colored like this one. It's kind of yellow and white. As you can tell, the Strix on. I really like the Z Star for a tour ball. Um, it is really soft uh, off the driver. It feels really good off the iron. Really good
Okay.
spin. Uh, I do like the crazy color. Me and you've talked about that before. I think if you're somebody that struggles with putting, you can kind of
Hmm.
see how the green how it reacts. You can get a better read off of it. Although I don't know if this white and yellow is the best color for that. I got some other colored ones I can show uh, of Strixon, but it's not the Z Star. Um, but I think the Z Star for tour ball because they do make the tour ball. It is a very nice ball, but it is pricey. I mean, with it having the salter feel and better spin and all that, I think they're 44, so $50 for a dozen.
So
So they
pretty much almost what you would consider. I mean, that is what you would consider a premium golf ball to cost is usually
yeah,
around that 50 to sixty
50
dollar
or
mark.
more. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That
it's a wonderful ball if you're willing to pay that much. I kind of pick and choose when I bring them out. If I'm having a good day and hitting the ball well, I'm gonna play a more premium ball. If I'm not gonna play such a premium ball. If I'm afraid I'm gonna lose a bunch, just that
yeah.
happens.
let's see. I think the compression on those.
The XVs are higher. I think the normal Strixon um, Z Star the XVs for higher club head speed. I don't know the compression rate on them, but I do know that the XVs are for the
Yeah, I'm
faster
not
club
sure.
head.
I'm sure it's in the 90 range though. I think it's a a higher type compression golf ball.
Right.
Um, uh, yeah, like you said, me myself, I don't know if I've ever hit one unless I've just found one on the course. But I've seen you play with a few of them. So cool, man, cool. So pretty good spin around the greens with them.
Yeah. They got good touch around the greens. You'll figure that out as you get into more premium ball. There's a reason why they cost more. The urethane cover's better, and we'll get into that in some other golf balls we're going to bring up. And the spin is a whole lot better.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
kind of what you get out of a tour ball. You know,
yeah, yeah. I haven't myself. I don't when I hit those top of golf balls, especially off the tee. I don't really notice a whole lot, except for it feels more like a rock to me. But around the greens with the slower swing speeds, when you're chipping and such, or even hitting wedges, from 7,500 yards out, you can really tell the difference between those and your real soft two-piece balls.
right? What's a golf ball you want to talk about, Phil? Anyone
Well,
you want to talk about?
the only one I got on my desk right here is this. Man, I don't know. It's a rock. This is a top flight hammer distance. It's a freaking
Hammer,
rock. But
the
it's is
hammer.
the dippling on it. I don't know if I can get it close enough for the camera to really see it or not. But you can see in between the dimples is like another mini dimple. And the
Hmm.
only other ones that I've seen those are Bridgestone has some type of dimpling like this. Bridgestone's dimpling is really shallow too. If you've ever noticed,
Hmm.
like especially like the E6, the E12s, getting up into their tour ball, um, they're the dimpling. I don't know. These are these are the ones I would tell you about. Like if I come up to um, a body of water, let's say on a par three, and I need to get it over the pond, I'm pulling out these bad boys because, for one, I don't trust my swing, and then two, it doesn't hurt as bad if you dunk one in there.
I agree. I agree. There's nothing wrong with I think the top flight lineup for a bargain golf ball. If you're somebody that's losing a bunch of balls, hey
Well,
man,
what is it?
them,
What's a dozen of these? $20.
yeah, if that. I mean, they're not
Any
very high,
Probably any top flight
and I
ball
think
is probably going to be around
with
twenty
that,
bucks.
that's
I
that's
think.
the
Um,
that's the whole thing behind all them is they're so cheap, right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like it's like the nitros, dude. You can get 48 nitros for like $24,
yeah. And
but
you
they
may,
are
and
a rock.
yeah, well, you may pull out a sleeve, and that sleeve will perform very, very well, and then you may pull out the next sleeve, and it'll be just a dumpster fire. The quality control, I think the quality control is what you pay for in the premium balls, and the bigger the
I
name,
agree
the
with you.
bigger the price, the better the consistency of what you're getting. Um,
I agree with you.
probably one of the balls that I've played with the most the past couple of years. Well, maybe going on 2.5 years now, and it's because it's budget friendly. Is the Kirkland golf balls, the performance and the performance plus golf balls? Do you got one there? Yeah. Um, of course, they're sold by Costco and their Kirkland brand. Um, Man, I remember you could get like a couple dozen of them jokers for 20 something dollars, and
Hmm.
it's a three-piece
Yeah.
ball. They feel really good off of off of the tee. I think for what they are, they're not they're not as hard of a ball. I think they feel a little bit softer than your tour balls do. And then because it has that three piece, you do get some pretty good spin, around the greens with them. The biggest knock on them, well, the two biggest knocks now. The first batch I got, I can't remember if it was the V1s or the V2s I had. Um, they played really well as far as the quality of them, from ball to ball, from sleeve to sleeve. They all seem the same. But the V3s that I've got these last time, you may pull out a batch and they play really well, and the next one's not as much. So the quality is one, the quality control, and then the second part of it is the durability.
Yeah, the
These
urethane
things
cover.
stink for durability, and if you're ricocheting off of cart paths and tree limbs and everything else like we do, that really hurts. They can get scuffed up really fast. And the other thing is just chipping or taking full on swings with your wedges. Man, you will cut the heck out of them balls. You will
Yeah,
put some.
and I think that's just once again them trying to get that ultra smooth feel off the wedges. That's
Yeah,
like the feel they want, that soft feel, but the urethane is just that covering's too soft on it. So yeah, I think they spin just as good as a Pro V. Probably not as good, but just as good. They're pretty daggone close. You can create a
yeah.
lot of
If you
spin.
get a
They
good
are
batch,
they got
yeah.
a lot of spin, but can we really knock them? I mean, they're I think 2 dozen right now is like $30. I mean,
Hmm.
you're getting 2 dozen golf balls, and they're pretty. I think it's a premium ball almost. If they can get the urethane cover figured out, it's a premium ball for half the price. I mean, literally for
Yeah,
half the price. It's a premium ball, great performance, great off the tee, great putting, great around the greens for half the money.
yeah. I agree with that, and that's why I keep playing with them because um, I think for what they are, they're a great ball, and for as many as balls as I lose, they're worth it. You know, they're worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I really
Um,
think if you're the average golfer, man, it's definitely, if you're looking for a nice ball, it's definitely needs to be in your top three, because it is
yeah,
for the money and for what you're getting. It's there,
yeah, yeah. I agree.
100%.
Um, what else you got? I know you've played a lot. I don't know if you've got one with you, but last year you played a lot with those cut golf balls.
I don't think I have one with me tonight. I don't think I got any in the bag. I'm gonna tell you something, and the cut ball for the money is another sneaky ball that a lot of people don't play. Those
Hmm.
those cut grays are a 3 piece ball, and they're $23 a dozen. And I'm gonna tell you, I played with them. They're good around the greens. They're not. I shouldn't say they're good. They're not great. They're not a Q Star or a Z Star. They're not a Pro V1, a TP5, or nothing like that. But they're good. Really good around the
Yeah,
green. They're really good off the tee, in my opinion. I think they fly really well off the tee, and they're good with your mid irons and your high iron. Uh, and they're all right putting. I think where they lack, you can get a lot of spin if you're somebody that generates a lot of spin. Like you, Field, you generate a lot of spin with your wedges. I don't. So if you're somebody that can generate a lot of spin, just how our swings are different. That's all that is. But for the money, it's a good ball for the money. Don't be scared to
yeah,
get them. In my opinion,
yeah.
I'd buy them.
I
I'd
agree.
play with them right now.
I've hit a few of them that you've had, and they're a good ball. Same with the Wilson models, the triads. The Wilson's, of course, the Wilson staff the model is a very good ball. But the Wilson triads, and then
The
if you've
duo
got a
saw.
slower swing speed, the duo saws are also they're a very durable ball. Um, if your old Gramps hitting it off the tee out there, those things do really well. They really do. Cody,
That's that.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I
Oh,
was
I was
just,
going to say about the duo soft is, I mean, it's a phenomenal ball. When they made that, that's probably the best senior to Parbury women's ball. In that compression, women may be a little higher. If you're a woman with a
that,
slower head club speed, man, perfect
yeah,
ball.
yeah, that and the what's the other one that they had? The 50-50, the
The
Wilson 50-50
50-50 is
ball
that
is
is.
really good. No, what was I was going to say was we've talked about kind of some of the balls we play with, that we game with. If you had your choice of golf ball, money not in the way, and didn't have to worry about anything like that, what would you choose?
Ooh, it's going to be a tough one. I think you know the answer to this. I think Birdie Nation, going on the record, I think the TaylorMade TP5 might be the best golf ball to play with, in my opinion. For somebody of my caliber, or even better, I think the TP5 is wonderful off the tee. It is wonderful with irons. It creates a lot of spin. It puts
Yeah,
very well. The covers are made. I just don't, in my opinion, I don't think you can get a better ball than a TP5 for the money. I mean, it's a premium ball. If money's out the question, I'd have cases behind my chair right here stacked up to the ceiling with them.
yeah, oh yeah. It,
So TaylorMade, if this comes back to you and you want to sponsor the boy, TP5, I'll put them back to you.
yeah, the quality, everyone that I've ever found in the woods and then played with, has been phenomenal. I personally have not bought any myself because I just cannot fork over that money, but I will so play one if I find one. Um, so yeah, I'm with you on that. I really like the TP5s. Um,
And nothing
what
against
was
Pro V1. I think Pro V1's a wonderful ball. Don't get me wrong. But I just think the TP5 better. And then the next one I'd have to pick underneath that, I don't know. The Chrome Softs are nice.
they are? I haven't hit the new version that they've come out
I
with,
haven't either.
the Chrome Tours or whatever. I haven't played with
Hey,
them, but I
a
really like.
ball.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I
No,
was just
go.
gonna say I really like those AVXs, the Titus AVX.
They are nice. I
Th-
what
they're a little
I
softer. I just think
they
they really
are.
game well.
Uh, what I was gonna say, hey, a golf ball, and we didn't bring this up just in case we move on quicker and I forget. A golf ball that a lot of people sleep on are the max flights, man. Max flight, straight
Yeah,
fly, tri flies, they're tour balls, they're good. I really like the max flight. I'm gonna tell you, if you're somebody that struggles off the tee a little bit, maybe slicing or whatever, they do fly straighter, and they are USG approved, so they're not illegal.
yeah. I have a theory about
It's the dimpling.
it's definitely the Dimplin, and it's borderline Polara-ish. If you will inspect that golf ball, that straight fly, before you throw it down, and
It triangles.
lined up the tip of the triangle towards wherever you're aiming to. I think it tracks a little. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I think it tracks a little straighter because of that. Um, and I
You're right.
definitely think
No,
it is the dimpling.
I don't think you're crazy one bit because if you look at that dimpling, how it lines up, you got like your main dimpling, and then
Yeah,
like around the sides and stuff, there's like little triangle dimpling. And what I think that does, honestly, is when you hit it, it generates more spin. So for a lot of folks at home that don't know, if you hit a driver like I do in field, I think you hit at nine and a half degrees. I hit at nine. The lower lofted, the less spin. Because of that, you get more distance, but you get less control from side to side. So if you're someone slicing a lot with the driver, you could push your driver up 10, 12 and a half, whatever. That golf ball, because of the dimpling pattern, it creates more spin. So it's spinning so quick when you hit it that it keeps it from veering off.
Yeah, maybe it changes from what would be side spin or backspin. More of that straightforward spin. Um, it's pretty neat though. It's pretty neat how different golf balls can do different things for you around the course for sure. Um, yeah. So, anything else with that with the golf ball? Oh yeah, Preston got us those.
Yeah, yeah. Let's shout out the old poop man real quick.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
for Birdie
Had a
Nation, don't
wrestle.
know.
We had an arm wrestle for him.
Yeah, we had an arm wrestle for him, and shout out to our other brother. Uh, for Christmas, he made us arm wrestle. These are the I think they call these are the Q Star Tour. This is a tour ball, the yellow and orange coloring.
Flip that
It is
around,
a three
Cody.
piece.
Flip that around in front of the camera. Yeah, see how that is? So it's three piece. I seen one of these things, a video. So this one that for you guys listening on just audio, it's the orange and yellow one, three piece Q Star Tour ball. So I seen somebody cut one open. Did you know that the outside layer is clear?
Yeah, it's wicked.
So you've got it's the inner core, right? And then the middle layer is actually the colored layer. And then it
Mm-hmm.
has a clear outside layer. Now it is a matte ball, and Cody and I both talked. Well, I believe we both talked about it on here about kind of how we feel about matte balls on the putting green. But um, with that being said, if you were to just take these balls and use them as a practice aid for how well you're rolling your putts, I would think that these would work really well. You have a instant feedback on um, kind of how your ball is tracking when you hit it.
I agree with you. Here's my only thing to mat balls, and we've talked about this before, so I won't dive into it. I believe if it's middle of summer and you're sweating to death and you're about dead and it's hot and dry, I think you can play all day with them. If you play early in the morning, if there's any moisture, for some reason they just feel slick. It just feels like they don't get no traction. And I know it sounds crazy
Mm.
because if you take this Kirkland ball and you feel it, you take this matte ball, well, the Kirkland feels smoother, but I don't know what it is about this. It just seems like when they get wet or any moisture on them, they just don't perform as good.
Or when it's cold. Um, yeah, I think. But with all that being said, when it's decent outside and it's dry, those things feel like to me they almost stick to your club. And like the harder you hit it, the more it sticks. Maybe the more it compresses. Um, and so if you're one that struggles with big old slices off the drive, off the tee, that could really help out. You that ball might
Well,
knuckle out for a long time, but at least it's going straight.
and I'm gonna try this out. I bought several. Phil doesn't know this, but I bought two dozen of these. Uh, they had a sale, had dicks on them. I really want to try the mat balls out like really hard for several holes, couple
They got them.
rounds, several rounds.
You saying that? I seen them in Academy tonight. You buy 2 dozen, you get 1 dozen free.
That's
So
what I done. I got two of the Q Star tours and one of the Z Star,
there you
the
go.
XV. The XV don't bother me because it's not as matted. I know that sounds funny. Even that yellow color is not as matted. It's more that slick feeling. I just want to see what the big difference is. I think if you're somebody that games with all matted balls, hey man, everything's a preference. We're just telling you what we think. Uh, I personally, over the years, what little I have played with them, I just didn't like them. But I really want to give them a chance. So I'm going to
This
try to
time of
get.
year, though, when leaves are everywhere, or around here, up north, it's probably snow, but leaves are everywhere, and you can't find your ball. Man, sometimes those lime green. What is it? Is it Callaway? Is it?
Yeah, what are those?
It's something soft.
Super fast.
super fast, super soft. The green ones, like
super
the lime
soft. Yeah,
greens and the
man,
red.
you can spot and the pink ones too. You can see from a mile away this time of year.
Yeah, yeah, you really can. Um,
I'm
well,
trying to
cool,
think of
cool, man.
any other ball maybe we missed over. And if we miss something, or Birdie Nation, if there's a ball out there you want us to try, I don't care if it's $70 a dozen. We'll scrounge up the money and we'll try it out. If there's any recommendations, we'd like to
Oh, I'll
know
go
them,
out in the
buddy.
woods and find me one.
Dude, just barefoot, putting your foot down in the pond, picking them up with your toes. Like we don't care, man.
I
We,
can't tell
we're
you,
going
man.
out there. We're going out there and getting a ball, and we're coming back with Chubb's hand, dude. We're getting the gator.
I got that eyeball.
Hey, did you see where the second one's coming out?
Man, I've been seeing stuff for like what seems like years now. And I think it's just a bunch of trolls out there like teasing everybody.
Oh, Adam Sandler released Christmas Day or Christmas Eve the official trailer. It's out
This
right
is
now.
confirmed. Like this is
This
really
is
going to
confirmed.
happen.
It's really going
Well,
to happen, dude.
he'll make $1 billion off of it.
The only thing I'm worried, it's such a classic. Like, can you really beat the first one?
Mm.
Can you really beat the first? It's almost one of the movies when I heard it was coming back out, like they're gonna make a second one. I was like, it's
Yeah,
great.
I
Just
don't
leave it
think you
alone.
try. I don't think you try to beat the first one. It's just like, hey, there's this much talk about it. Let's just make it. You know, but yeah, you're right. A lot of times those sequels, man, they end up being trash. Like, let's take no, not that this movie was a classic in the sense of you know, it's something everybody thinks of when they think of just to watch a movie. But Dumb and Dumber, and then they made this Dumber,
The sequel,
Dumberer. I don't know.
yeah,
It was
it was a
terrible, man.
horrible. It was horrible,
They
and that's
tried to do the same thing. Like you can't. That's the thing with sequels. You can't do the same thing. Like if you don't have another original idea that just kind of builds on top of the one before, it just doesn't work out.
yeah. I don't know where they're gonna go with this, but it is. I mean, you've seen videos where Tiger and they do the Happy Gilmore swing and they all put the shirts on. Like that movie is so iconic for golf. And what I'm
So
afraid is this new movie is going to be god awful, and
yeah.
it's tarnished the old one a little bit.
Well, everybody's older. Grandma's probably in heaven by now, and
Yeah,
Shooter's probably in a wheelchair. So it's like Chubbs is up there.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I don't
but
know.
who
Kind
was
of.
the who was the who was the girl that was like the reporter? All of Adam Sandler's movies, like they're all like V names: Vicky, Veronica,
Mhm.
Val, or whatever.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name was.
That Veronica has one nice ace.
Man, what a classic movie! What a classic.
Billy Madison, man. Love that one.
But what's so crazy about that is, dude, you couldn't make the movies now. Like people would just lose their minds.
Yeah, the slapstick comedy and like the gross type comedy,
Yeah, that's one away.
but it's still gross and gruesome, and it's just
Yeah,
different than what
different.
it was. Yeah. Um. So yeah, like Cody was saying, man, if you guys got any balls, y'all want us to check it out, definitely give us a shout out. I'd love to shank someone to the woods, tell you what I think about it. Not that our
Yeah,
opinions matter, but it's fun to talk about. Um, and if it gives
it
you a
is.
little insight, hey, that's cool too.
And I hope with this little ball review that we gave you some insight on maybe if you're somebody that's getting into golf, the Kirkland or get you some nitros or whatever. And if you're somebody a little bit more advanced and you want a premium ball, Vice. We didn't talk about Vice. Vice does make a good golf ball. I have been gaming with them for a little while. The Pro Pluses, they're kind of primo. They're not up there quite yet, I don't think, in my opinion. But their Pro and Pro Pluses are really nice balls.
Yeah.
for the $35 to $40 range.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I just try to squeeze that one in real quick, but
You're right. You're right. And the thing about them too, the only place I've seen them here lately is at Wally World.
Walmart. So they
Mm,
are accessible to most people. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, unless you got a big Walmart, these Q stars, these Z stars, some Walmarts only like hunting in Walmart, hunting in Tennessee, and some of the other ones I know do not carry. They do not carry Pro V1s. I guess they're worried people
No,
are gonna steal
I
them.
don't think they do anywhere at all. Yeah,
Uh,
because of that.
well, our brother-in-law, old Big James the Winter. He was saying that the Walmart he works at, they literally and they live in a college town, but the college kids were stealing golf balls, just
Yeah.
flat out stealing them. So,
Well, it's bad. They got to lock them up like the
but
cigarettes.
yeah,
You're gonna have to show your ID to get some golf
so
balls.
yeah, I did. Oh, son,
Yes, I
but
would like some Sudafed and one pack of Pro V1s, please. And then they say, "Sir, here's your Sudafed, but you're over the limit for your monthly amount of Pro V1s." I'm sorry.
uh,
So, capping off the year, Cody, we can kind of go down the list here on a few things. But going over the PGA Tour, the pro guys and such, what was your kind of favorite weekend or favorite moment that you remember from last year?
mm, I think two stand out in the same person, but I think when Scotty won the Masters,
Hmm.
I think it
Again,
really solidified him. Yeah, winning again. I think it really solidified just man the tear that he's on. We haven't witnessed dominance like this in a while. Uh,
well, Tiger,
but yeah,
it's been
yeah.
20 years since he was on a tear like this. Um, yeah, and then Scotty went on to win the Olympics. Uh,
That's my other one, man, the Olympics. I just think, uh,
that was
man, those
huge.
are
Yeah, that was
iconic.
huge.
Well, and I say that, but didn't Victor Hovland when he shot that 68 or whatever? What did he shoot? 67. It tied. Wasn't that this year?
I think
When he
so.
went on
Yeah,
that.
Hovland had a very, very good year this year. He had. I loved watching. What's the tall cat? Mm, I
Hmm.
say, look, I was like, yeah, I really enjoy watching this guy, and I can't even remember his name, but
That sounds right.
Sanjay, I can't remember his last name. It'll come to me later on. But yeah, watching the tour this year was a lot of fun. To be honest with you, I didn't watch outside of any like YouTube stuff that maybe Bryson put on. I didn't watch any of the other stuff, the
The
other tour.
live.
Yeah, the live. I
Man,
I did.
I'm gonna tell you something about live. If you're a young person, and I'll kind of put myself in that category. I'm for everybody listening at home that don't know, I ain't but 27-year old, but I think it caters to the younger generation. It's a lot of music being played. It's
A lot more beer drinking.
a lot more beer drinking. I like beer drinking.
But the actual competition doesn't seem to be what's forefront. It's
Yeah,
not.
I think it's more of an atmosphere kind of thing.
Yeah, you're not getting to Sundays, and like there's not this nail biting anxiety like who's going to win. It's
Yeah.
team, it's the team model. I just it doesn't hit the same way as you know say Victor and Scotty going after it, or Rory and Victor and Scotty going after it on a Sunday. You
I
know,
agree.
it doesn't hit the same.
But I do think there's enough room for both of them to coexist. And Liv is getting a huge following. I've seen where they're going to be on Fox, I think so, or something like that. They signed a deal with
Yeah, but
somebody.
if they're competing against the the Waste Management Open in Arizona in February, on a Sunday. Like, which one are you watching?
I think I understand, but I think it's about who do you want to see. I don't mean I'm not gonna mean this to
Who
make.
else do you want to see on Live besides Bryson? I can't stand Brooks Koepka. The rest of the guys are aging. Phil Mickelson, those guys are all aging. Like, who wants to watch it?
But you can say the same thing about PGA too. Think about all them young cats that are coming in. There's a
Yeah,
bunch of
and
young guys that
I
nobody
enjoy that.
know who they're. Right.
But the competition, the competition is high.
Well,
And
you say that, but Scotty ran away from everybody. Really, it was Scotty first, second, third, fourth, and everybody else followed in line. I mean, that's honestly how it was. That's how it felt. He ran away with it from the beginning, and nobody got close.
yeah, yeah, I mean, I understand that.
And
But
you talk about Rory, and all that. Rory's getting older. I'm gonna say it right now, and I'm not a Rory hater. He doesn't win another major. The
but
dude
if
chokes.
I, if I'm coming out of college, where do I want to go? Where do I want to
You gonna
compete?
go where the money's at? That you
No,
do you think? No, yeah, that's
there's money.
why,
There's money in the tour, bro.
bro. Why do you think?
These
What's his
guys,
face
yeah,
left?
John
You,
Rahm.
I, John Rahm. They offered
Okay,
him
but who is John
300
Rahm?
million. 300. It doesn't matter who he is when you sign
It
a three
does
hundred million
matter.
dollars.
That's
No, it
why he
does
got the
not,
contract, is because who he is. Joe Blow coming out of college ain't going to live and making 300 million. He's going to live and making 100 grand.
hey.
You had those guys that made those big contracts and live made those big contracts because they have an audience that was made while they were on the PGA tour.
I don't know. I'm just
Without the
saying.
PGA tour, those guys wouldn't have got those contracts to go play for live.
We'll see. I don't think Liv's going anywhere. I really don't. I think the young generation is going to get behind Liv, and it's not going to go anywhere. Not anytime soon.
Maybe not, but I think they need to change the format or they're not going to get any
It,
viewerships, and they're going to just stay on the CW. You know,
and here's something I'm going to say, and it may be controversial for me to say, but Tiger needs to give up trying to be over the PGA.
that's just because
He's not.
you're young and you didn't see Tiger in his prime like we did. Like, like to watch him and even now, just like why guys still would like to watch Jack Nicklaus and Gary Player and now it's Bubba Watson and them are getting older. It's the same thing. Just to watch
Yeah,
them
I
play.
mean, but it's okay. It's like kind of with all the PNC, dude. Like whether you believe the Lickner or whatever their name is group,
Langer.
whether you believe they Langer or whatever, whether you believe they cheated, didn't cheat, the Tiger lovers come out and they cheated, and dude, who cares? It doesn't that doesn't matter for nothing. You don't get no FedEx cups. You just get a trophy and you get to play with your family member. It doesn't matter for nothing. And
It
people
matters,
were like, "We're gonna burn it down, bud. We're gonna burn her down." Tiger got
but
cheated.
that's how fans fan, man. That's how people
No,
fan.
man.
Yeah. And you're allowed to
No,
fan however you want to fan. If you want to be a
no.
crazy
And
redneck,
I'm wearing. Look,
you can be it.
I'm wearing my Tennessee stuff, and I think Tennessee fans are the most. And I'm from Tennessee, huge Vols fan, but we're a little much. We'll be ripping down goalposts and doing all kind of ignorant stuff.
Again, through the decade of detriment or whatever you want to call it, like Tennessee fans needed that, bro. They needed the past couple years.
I'm just
Now
saying.
it
Sometimes,
seems to be walking on thin ice right now with Heupel and the transfer portal, but hopefully they'll get all that pulled together
well, ain't
um,
nobody gonna stay long.
and field a decent
It's
team.
just what I was saying about Live is the same thing that's going on with the transfer portal. It doesn't matter how good you are or what you believe. If someone's going to offer you a big pile of money, you're going. Let's not. Let's
Yeah,
not say.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like,
But that's why I think that's
do
why
I want to
Bryce
watch?
Bryson went over
Well, yeah,
and
they
them.
went for they all went for the money. I'm just saying, like, the actual the actual game itself of watching a team of dudes play, Bryson's team, Phil Mickelson's team, whatever, play on Sunday, and some random golf course in Kentucky, or watch, the guys play at TPC Southwind for the FedEx Cup. Like, I'm choosing the FedEx Cup every time. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, no, I get what you're. No, man, I understand where you come
I
from.
just
I'm
think
just saying.
I just think the two aren't in the same level of competition when it comes to viewership. Just
Uh,
like soccer versus football, like, it's just two different things. It's two different games. You know,
mm,
you,
mm.
the essence of golf is an individual sport, right? It's the man, it's the woman out there walking down the fairway, knowing that they got to make this shot to win. That's golf. And having the team golf and having, all the other stuff going on around you, the partying or whatever, it's probably pretty cool. Like, if you're there in it, if you're actually there participating in the event itself, you're on the sideline there itself to watch Bryson hit the ball. But other than that, I don't see why I would want to tune in to watch that.
I think it's all about what you like. You know what I'm saying?
Like, what's on the line for it though? There's no I won
I get what
the
you're saying.
blah blah
But
blah.
you could say the same thing about YouTube golf. What's on the line for that? People love to watch it.
Yeah, because
There's no
the
nail.
content is really good though.
Well, no, I agree, but I'm just saying. I think it's all about personal preference.
You know what
It's
I
what
think would
you're into.
you know what I think would be really cool, and I think this would be really cool for Live. And these other, you remember those, like, these semi pro or whatever pro league football leagues that came up a few years ago,
Like
and they were like,
XFL and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and they were letting you listen in to, like, what the coaches were saying, calling the plays, all that kind of stuff. Like, if Liv would do something like that, I would totally tune in. Like, if you could listen to Bryson's caddy as he tells him exactly what to do here, what to do there, how he coached him along the course, that would be cool. Now, I would tune into stuff like that. And that's what you get on the YouTube. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of, like, inside personal instruction, you know.
Right.
I just think they need to mix it up somehow to gain more viewers if they wanted to to continue to be successful. Because I think right now it's probably a money dump, by the Saudis. They're just dumping money into it. They're not getting any type of return on that investment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, they're not getting good ad play by their stuff playing on the CW and not NBC on Sundays.
Right. Well,
But
that was
anyways,
my rant. I don't know. I got off on a rant, but
yeah, I did too. You could tell I'm kind of passionate about it as well. Um, but he is what
as
he
you can
is.
tell, we're two different kind of people. He's more serious, and I'm more, hey, let's have a few beers and just hit some bombs. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like Live. It's a party. It's music playing. We drinking beer. It's a little bit more laid back. Good time. Church on Sunday.
I don't know about him sometimes, man. It's the shirt. It's the shirt that's getting me. He had this orange and white shirt on earlier. Now he went dark mode for the podcast this evening.
Dark modes, huh?
He went to dark mode. Um, and then
What's something else?
uh,
Here, I got something. I got something. What if you had to rate your overall golf this year? How you played? with the amount of time you got to play, how would you rate it this year?
Subpar compared
So
to
far.
last year and the year before, or so like 2023, 2022. This last year, I worked a lot more, especially worked a lot more out of town. And so with the inconsistent play and inconsistent practice, it just and then I think the problem was, and we talked about this before, is like when you have periods of where you get to practice a lot, you get to play a lot, and your play gets a lot better, and then you go those periods where you don't have it, then you get back out there, like you get really frustrated because man, I was this good at this point in time. I've been way better than this. So that part this last year was really frustrating for me.
Me too. I worked a lot, and it is hard, you know, when you don't play because you do in your head, like, hey, I got that shot in my bag. I had that shot last year, and then now I don't.
Hmm.
You're struggling to find the bottom of the club, and you're struggling to hit driver. And hey, man, I went and played the other day, and this ain't no joke. I lost probably 10 golf balls. I just left.
Oh, we know. Remember, we have this recorded.
Yeah,
Nine
man, I
nine
just
hoes.
left.
What was
Nine
it again? Cut
holes,
9 holes,
like 12
nine golf.
balls, dude.
Oh, it's 12. So we're at 4 sleeves,
I,
a whole dozen.
I lost a whole dozen, dude, in 9 holes.
We
It
went
was
the Birdie Nation. Oh my
just,
goodness. Last
I mean,
last podcast, he said 3 sleeves. We went up to 4. The truth's coming out as he's tired, and the truth, the whole dozen. He looked down in the bag and said, "Well, that's it, folks. That was the last ball I got. I'm done."
you know how bad it was. You know how bad it was. I get at the on the knot tee box at the old goat track, and dude, I go to grab more balls. And I look, and I got one sleeve left. I was like, man, you got to stop the bleeding somehow. Like, how do you stop the bleeding?
You got to put that
And I,
tourniquet on and just walk out.
I had two sleeves. There's one sleeve in there. I grabbed the other sleeve. And I said, if I shank two of these, I'm leaving. Man, I shanked
Mm,
both of them back to back.
mm.
That was it, dude. You got to
Let
stop
me.
the bleeding at some point.
Did you take a practice swing in between those shanks, or did you just step up and rip it?
Just rip it, dog. Just ripping it. Dude,
Didn't even care. Just like it would just send it, bro. Just send it.
just send it. Because at this point, man, you done lost that many golf balls. And they're a mixture of good ones, cheap ones, just everything, dude. I mean,
Well,
just slinging.
we said before, man. You was just handing out Christmas presents. That was just early Christmas presents. That's all that was.
And and you'll go through that. I guess it's like us talking about our golf game for this past year a little bit. That's why I want to ask you what you thought. But man, I have went times and literally have questioned. Like, I'm going home and I'm putting my clubs on damn marketplace on Facebook. Somebody come and get these MFers right now. Like, I don't want
Oh, no, it ain't never been that bad.
them. It's been that bad, dog. It's been that bad. Cause like you said, I know where I used to be when we played all the time last year in 2023. By fall, dude, we were rocking.
Yeah,
And then you get
yeah.
out there and you can't even be half of that because you ain't
It's
practiced none.
um, definitely something that leaves you if you don't stay up with it. You have to have that muscle memory. um, and that's why those old granddads, that play every day, those smooth swings, they be bebopping around the course, they'll knock out 27, 36 holes, every day because of it. So,
Boom. What's
um,
something else?
well, if you want to, we can lead into kind of what we're going to do coming up in 2025 for you guys. We're really looking at some cool things. We're going to get into some giveaways. Um,
Yep.
I'm really excited about that. I'm also excited for our next episode. I'm not sure if it'll be next week. I'm sure it will be sometime next week. Um, Cody's got a new golf bag. He's going to debut, and we're going to go
Yep.
over what's in our bag. You know, kind of
2025, bud.
show you what we got, what we game. Um, and then maybe, just maybe, it's been very mild here lately. Maybe we can get back out there at some point. Without freezing our our
The
tukuses off.
koozies.
Yeah,
Koozies.
and swing a few for y'all. If nothing else, just get there and hit some on a range. You know.
Man, I am so totally looking forward to 2025 in this. I think something, if you're listening and you've been listening with us, we appreciate it from the beginning.
Heck
Some of
yeah.
the some of it we really were. I don't quote me on this 100% because we both work and life happens. I would like for us to do a pod every week and a video round. Of us playing golf every week. Because we're just like y'all. We love doing this, but we love playing golf. And if we're out there, we're probably going to film a little bit. Uh, you
We
know,
need a we need a sponsor to pay. That's all we need. Just pay for the lifestyle, bro. We'll just
just pay
travel
for the
around.
lifestyle, just travel around. But yeah, we want to give y'all some, good golfing content as far as that goes. Just us playing, uh, and and maybe take y'all to some of the courses we like to play.
Hmm.
We are talking. And this is going to be a little later. We are talking about doing a little trip to a course. We're definitely going to film some content for that with that, or in the springtime.
Yeah, a
Trying to,
lot of good stuff coming up, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. Really looking forward to sharing it with everybody because that makes it even more fun. We definitely take your suggestions and run with them. So keep them coming, guys, and we'll keep bringing it to you guys for sure. Um, Again, my name's Field. Alongside me here is Cody C. Murder. I think I said his last name is Shanks a lot when
Shanks a
we
lot.
open this things up. Guys, if you like us, hit that subscribe button for us. Leave us a little
Yes,
comment.
please.
Tell us what we're doing good. Tell us what we're doing bad or ugly. And we will try to adjust as we go. But what else you got for them, Cody?
Man, just keep swinging. Hope it goes straight, even though it probably won't if you're anything like me. And, we're ready to see y'all in the 2025. Everybody have a good, safe New Year's. Don't drink too much beer like me. And man, we're ready to see you in 2025. Hope y'all ready for a good year.
Sounds good, man. We will see you guys next episode right here on Blue Collar Birdies. Check us out, Birdie Nation. Peace.